Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Choi John. If you guys are new, welcome. So before we actually get into the video, if you guys aren't already subscribed, I'm going to make sure that I say this in the beginning of the video, just because I feel like some people forget and you guys are not subscribing. So if you guys are new, go ahead and subscribe. If you want to know what my channel is about, this is like a beauty channel. So beauty, fashion, vlogs, lifestyle, a little bit of a girl talk. So I'm super excited for today's video because I'm going to be doing a Q&A. And I'm honestly so excited for it just because it's so much different than what I've been doing on my channel. As you guys can tell, all I've been doing is makeup videos. And I'm totally cool with makeup videos. I feel like I've been kind of hiding behind them because I don't want to sit here and just sit down and have a conversation with you guys. I don't know why. I'm really glad I decided to do my Q&A and answer some of the questions that you guys have about me and just sit down and talk to you guys. It's a nice switch up from everything that I was doing before. So I hope this video will be a gateway to doing more sit down chit chat videos with you guys without me actually having to do makeup, because that's what I want my channel to be about. But anyway, I'm saying way too much. Let's just get straight into the video. So the first question is, if you could go anywhere in the world, where would it be and why? If I could go anywhere, I would probably go to Africa. I just want to go to Africa and just kind of travel all over. I feel like it's kind of a trip when I get older, when I definitely get in the right headspace and mind mindset for it. It's a trip that I've always I don't know, it's just a trip that I always think about, seeing how ethnically diverse everybody is and just seeing the different cultures and just seeing the everything. I feel I would just love that trip. I would go all over Africa. The first place I probably want to go is I definitely want to go back to South Sudan, just because I've never been there. I haven't been there since my family left. So I want to go back to South Sudan. I want to go to the place where I was born, go see it. I'd go to Ethiopia, I'd go to Kenya, I'd go to Uganda, Tanzania, Egypt, of course. If I could, I would explore all of Africa. I feel it's a trip that I'm definitely going to do when I get older and when I get into the right mindset and you know, I feel it's definitely a state of mind, a certain state of mind that you have to be in. Honestly, that trip is on my bucket list and in the back of my mind. I don't know when I'm going to be ready for it, but I'm you know, super excited for it. I feel that trip would just give me a huge sense of my identity and just who I am. So yeah, that if I could go anywhere, that's where I'd go. What is your hidden talent? I feel I don't really have a hidden talent. At least not that I know of. I feel yeah, I don't think I have a hidden talent. Maybe I have one, I just don't really know what it is. I feel my talent is I'm actually very, well, at least maybe in high school, I was super athletic. I could play every sport decently. I wasn't specifically good at one sport, but it's I could play every sport decently. I'm extremely athletic, and I felt I was very blessed with that. But yeah, I was always a girl in gym class that you know, when it came to making teams and guys would have to come and choose, I was always one of the first girls that were always picked, because they knew I was gonna come and do what I had to do. But yeah, so I guess I'm, you know, athleticism. I feel my hidden talent is I can just put myself together. If that is a talent, I'm gonna give myself that talent. You know, if there's one thing that I can do, I'll put myself together. You know what I mean? Look at these earrings. But yeah, so I feel that's my hidden talent, is I can put myself together very well. I know some people are gonna be so mad at me saying that, but yeah, I think that's what my hidden talent is. Where do you see yourself living in the future? Honestly, I'm trying to figure that out. I always have this conversation with myself. I'm Troy, where do you see yourself living in the future? Are you gonna stay in Edmonton? You know, where are you gonna go? And the truth of the matter is, I honestly have no clue. Every time I go, places, I always love them. But it's can I see myself moving there long term? I truly do not know. And, the one thing about me is, I feel I really don't want to move somewhere that's, extremely far from my family. Even when I was, living in Windsor, it hurt not being, close to my family and not being able to see them. I don't know if it's because I have younger siblings. I don't want to feel I'm missing out on them, growing up. Maybe that's why I want to stay very close to my family. But yeah, all I know is like wherever I am, like I don't want it to be far from where my family is, because it's just like so. It's super lonely, and I'm like super close with my siblings, especially like my younger ones. I don't want to like move somewhere far away and like feel like I'm gonna be like missing out on them like growing up. So I don't know if that's gonna be like a whole Edmonton thing, like I'm gonna stay in Edmonton forever, or maybe I'm just gonna move like right next door to BC, since it seems like that's what everybody in Alberta is doing. And like my best friend just moved there, and I actually had a great time when I went there. So I feel like maybe if there's somewhere I probably can see myself living, depending on like my career, it'd probably be like Vancouver or Toronto. Where do you get your fashion inspo from? Honestly, I get a lot of my fashion inspo from um I get a lot of my fashion inspo from Tiara Walker. And I feel like the reason why she's my fashion inspo is because our style and our taste is like very similar. If I had to describe my style, I feel like it's very like simple, classy, with a hint of risque, you know, every now and then. A lot of it is if I like go online, if I see something that I like, then like I'll try really hard to like, you know, duplicate it and like kind of like make it my own, of course. But a lot of my inspo comes from like Tiara Walker. I feel like that's like the one person on Instagram where like I love every fit of hers. Like that girl does not miss, like, you know? Like she just looks so. You guys, if you do not know who Tiara Walker is, you need to go like sit her up. I don't know what you're doing, but I'm literally getting really teary-eyed talking about it because I just love the girl so much. She's so beautiful. She just dresses to the fucking 10. Like, when Tiara posts on Instagram, like, you know it's about to be a freaking fit. Like, you know? And that's, like, the level that I'm trying to get at. Like, I'm trying to get to the point where it's, like, if people see me posting on Instagram, like, they know it's not gonna be, like, you know? They know it's gonna be a hit. Like, period. Her style is, like, so simple, but it's just, like, jumps at you. And, like, that's the fashion that I like. I just love how she puts, like, all her outfits together. They all just look so good together. Like, everything she does is just so classy and elegant and bougie. And that's just what I aspire to be. What made you want to do YouTube? I've been wanting to do YouTube for like, I think the first time like the idea came into my head was like maybe like 2 years ago. I felt like when YouTube first became a big thing, I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't one of those people who were on it heavily. I was not. Like, my siblings were on it way more than me. I didn't really pay attention to too many people. I was just kind of like doing, I don't even know what I was doing during that era. I was just like doing my own thing. I was just not serious at all. It was just like, it was a Choi show and nothing else in the world. Nothing else in the world even mattered. So like, I was just like not into YouTube. I don't think I got into YouTube seriously until 4 years ago. I was like, that's when I started like watching YouTube like heavily. And I was like, the more that I watched it, I was like, I want to do that. I can see myself doing that. I feel like I have everything that it takes to be able to do what they're doing. I love beauty. I love fashion. The more that I watch like these YouTube videos, the more I was like, Choi, I feel like you'd be really good at this. Because the whole point of YouTube is pretty much promoting yourself. Like, you're your own brand. Like, you sell, like, you sell yourself, you know? Not like you sell yourself, but you sell your brand, and your brand is you. So it's like, you're pretty much capitalizing off like your personality and just the things that you're good at. I was like, you can do that. Like, I feel like that's you. Like, if there's one thing that you're good at, that's it. The more I watch YouTube videos, the more I felt it was aligning with what I actually like wanted to do and just like the core of who I am, if that makes sense. Before I even started my channel, I would literally sit there and like ask myself, like, why do you actually want to start YouTube? Like, what is it? Like, what makes you think that you'd actually be good like at YouTube? I'm like the queen of lessons, if that makes sense. Like, yeah, I'm just like the queen of lessons because the things that I've been through and the things that I've put myself through like willingly, I've gained like so many lessons like through them. So a huge part of why I want to start my channel is that I can kind of like come on here, share my stories with you guys. So hopefully you guys won't have to go through like the painful ass lessons that I've gone through, because like I didn't really have anyone to like sit me down and you know, well, not that like I had my parents, but having your parents tell you something is not really the same as like kind of having someone close to your age, or like someone like young that you feel like you can relate to. I could be that like to people, because the things that I've gone through are honestly so ridiculous. People do not need to go through them. I just know that like young people have made the same mistakes that I made when I was younger, and I just want to kind of come on here and share my stories and tell the lessons that I've learned from the experiences that I've kind of gone through, and then whoever kind of relates to them can relate to them and like take the lesson if they really choose to. Be a big sister to the big sisters, which was like me. And I feel like that's a huge part of why I wanted to do it, because I'm the oldest in my family. So I felt like when it came to people who I can relate to, especially like females, I didn't have any of them like at the time. I pretty much had me and I guess like my friends. And now that I even think about it, like the friends that I had at the time, I felt like they were like a little bit more. I felt like they had a more of an advantage than me because they had older siblings in their lives, you know? So it's like maybe they could see like their older siblings like mistakes and like want to correct it, or maybe their siblings would actually take the time out of their day to like sit down with them and like tell them what's good and be like, oh, this is that and that is this. They can kind of like learn like from there. Or they have their older siblings to kind of like watch and like see how to move in life. I did not have that. I literally had myself, and I felt like I could never relate to my parents because I'm like, they don't really share the same experiences as me. Like how they were teenagers back home versus how I'm a teenager like in Canada are completely different. So whatever advice or whatever anything they would ever give to me, I could never relate to it. I never took it, you know, even though everything they ever said to me was straight facts. They never lied. But at the time, it was so hard for me to believe that I could apply their advice to my life, you know, like I just couldn't see it. I feel like within the Sunnis community, I feel like it's so much better now. You can go on social media now. You can even like literally just turn on your TV and see commercials and you'll see Sunnis, like, you know, you'll see Sunnis women, which I think is so freaking amazing. I feel like I just don't know if it's a big deal to the younger kids, like all the girls who are like maybe like 15 to 18 to 19. Like, I don't know if it's a big deal to them, but to me, like such a big deal because I never had that when I was a teenager. I couldn't turn on my TV and see a Sunnis girl in a commercial, or like see a Sunnis girl like in a music video, or just like, you know, see a Sunnis girl like doing beauty, like see a Sunnis girl who I would like see a Sunnis girl that was like a bad and you'd be like, oh my god, like, you know, like she's doing this, she has all this confidence to do this, like yeah, I can see that in myself and like have it kind of like inspire me. Like I never had that growing up, like, you know, so it's like especially now living in a time where like Sunnis women I feel like are just like freaking killing it. Like you have Nima Tang, you have a Duke, Nikki, Ducky, like you have so many Sunnis girls who are like really big publicly, and it's just, I don't know if you guys are taking it, but like to me, I'm like, I think that's freaking amazing. Like I honestly love to see it. I just love to see it. So I want to join those conversations, like, you know, I want to join the table. I want to be a part of that. So that's why I wanted to start YouTube, and I felt like YouTube and Instagram would probably be the best platforms to like start that, to kind of just like be me and like be me unapologetically, even though I'm hella shy right now. Like I'm not tapped into it fully, but when I do tap into it and I'm just like, you know, I just want to be me. Like I hope it just kind of shines, and like whoever I inspire pretty much. What are your goals and aspirations in life? So yeah, I feel like when it comes to goals, I don't want to come here, like I just don't want to share them out loud, you know, because I don't want people being able to track what I said my goals were, because then it's like if I never meet them, then I just kind of look like, you know, someone who says all this and this and that, but doesn't apply any pressure and apply any actions like behind her words. I guess like when it comes to goals and aspirations, like I just kind of want to be the person who is about action. I want to be a person that when I set a goal or when I set my mind like to do something, is that I have the same energy to be able to like execute it out all the way to the end and just like do whatever it takes to be able to achieve what what I want, you know? So if I have to aspire to be anything in the moment, is like I just want to be very disciplined. I want to be focused. Like those are the kind of like the character traits that I really want. And the character traits I'm really trying to tap in. Tap in. Like I'm trying to tap into them like so bad. So yeah, I don't really want to say too much of like, you know, what my goals are. But yeah, like obviously Like, if it happens and if it's in, you know, God willingly, I want to be an influencer. Like, that's my goal. That's what I aspire to be. Like, I just want to be an influencer. I just want to be, like, carefree. I just want to be myself. And, like, whoever likes me, like, likes me. And, like, that's it. Whatever success I can get from, like, these platforms, I'm actually able to, like, take that and, like, execute it into, like, my actual goals. But when it comes to me speaking on what my goals are in the next couple years, I don't want to say too much because people will really be, like, watching that stuff. You never know what's going to happen. Like, I don't want to say one thing and then, like, just, like, never follow through on it, and then I already put that out there for you guys. I don't want people to be thinking like I'm reaching until I just get there, you know? Just move in silence. Like, when I reach my goals, like, that's when I'll actually sit down and, like, tell you guys, like, what my goals are. Like, every time, like, I check mark, like, one of my goals, then I'm like, oh, yeah, guess what, guys? Like, this was, you know, and I finally completed it. So, until then, we'll wait. What tribe are you from? So, you guys should actually already know this question because I mentioned it in my Get to Know Me and my recent Get Ready With Me. Did you guys watch it? If you did not watch it, go ahead and check out that video. But the tribe I'm from is I'm Noor. Like I've been saying, Noor gang. So my dad is Noor and my mom is Bari. But I pretty much claim just like full Noor because my mom grew up around Noor people like her entire life pretty much because of the war and like displacement. So she's always grown up around Noor people. Even though like I'm half Bari, it's hard to claim because I know nothing about it. Like I grew up Noor. Like for the longest time, I didn't even think my mom was anything different. Like I thought my mom was Noor. You know what I mean? So yeah, Noor gang till I die. What's your passion? How do you stay motivated? Get ready with me everyday glams. So, okay, my passion is, I don't even know if I can say beauty. Because if you know me, you know, I just hate wearing makeup for no freaking reason. So, and I always say this to my friends, like, I don't know how I'm supposed to be a YouTuber when, like, I just hate wearing makeup with no purpose. And I know that's what it is to be an influencer. It's just getting glammed up with, like, nowhere to go. But I think that will come with, like, in time. Like, look at me right now, all glammed up. I ain't going nowhere. I am not going anywhere. This look is just for you guys. I enjoy beauty. And even though I don't like beating my face without a purpose, when I do beat my face and my face is beat, like I feel great, I feel fantastic. When I put on a nice outfit that just like, you can't hold your breath when you come around me. You know what I mean? That's the attitude that I have. But yeah, I really like fashion. I really enjoy fashion. But honestly, if I had to say, if there was like one topic or one thing that like always gets me extremely heated or just gets me to be passionate, I feel like it's just like equality for Black folks, equality for people who look like me, and yeah, like I feel like that's one topic. And when it comes like to like discussion or whatever it may be, like I'm not scared to like really voice my opinion on it, and I just want, like, honestly, it's just like based from my experience. I feel like that's where like the passion comes from. Like I just want to make sure that girls who look like me just always just feel their best and just always feel beautiful. I know it took me a long ass time to be able to like tap into myself and for, you know, for me to actually finally be comfortable like with myself. And I don't want to say that every single SUNY's girl like shares the same experience as me, but you know, from the stories that my SUNY's friends like have told me, like it honestly seems like it's a very similar experience, especially when like you're a teenager and you're just like trying to like figure yourself out and like get comfortable with yourself. I just want you guys to all feel beautiful and not let these ignorant people like bring you down. I don't even know if that really counts as passion. I don't even know what I would like really label that. But yeah, let's just say I'm very pro-Black. And that's like one thing that I'm very passionate about. Do you believe in karma? Hell to the frick, yeah. Like if you know me, I feel like I'm the most like superstitious like person. I'm like super superstitious. Like I can't do like, I honestly truly believe like what you do to others is what you're gonna get back. What comes around goes around. The energy that you put out is the energy that you will definitely receive. I honestly believe that through and through. I feel like there's just like no way around it. Like there's no way that you can be do all this wrong and not think that you're not gonna get, you're not, that stuff is not gonna come and like return to you. I just like live by it, and karma scares me so much, and I feel like that's honestly what dictates like a lot of like how I move. Like even to the point now, like your speech, even if it's like not harmful actions, like even what you say, karma will come and get you. Like I understand like it's so easy to kind of like judge people in like their situation sometimes when you're not in that situation, and like just like talk down on them and be like, oh well, if I was in that situation, I wouldn't have done this and this and this. But it's like you don't know, you're not in that situation, and like be a little bit humble because you could be in that situation pretty soon. Like honestly, this is from like experience. I feel like anytime that I ever talk down or like judge someone on experience that they've been through that I didn't go through, God will be like, oh, just wait, it's coming. And literally like maybe a year or 2 years later, I'll be in that exact situation that I like talked down on that person for, and like made it seem like I can never go through it or like judge them like for it, and I went through it. Like that's honestly like what made me start being so like self-conscious about like the things that I say and the things that I do, because I honestly just truly believe in karma. Every time that I've done like I feel like it always comes back at me like full force. Even if good things happen to you, like karma doesn't come like instantly. Like you never know when you're gonna get your karma. Like things could be going so well and then like something, like it just happens like very, very quickly. I believe in karma. I think you really need to be careful on like the things that you do. What are your fears you have with starting your YouTube channel? Everything. Literally everything. First of all, starting a YouTube channel is so fearful. I thought I could literally come here and just talk and put and then go. Like I honestly thought it was gonna be that easy. No. First, YouTube, you guys, YouTube, I just have to give props to YouTubers because YouTube is so challenging. YouTube is so difficult in like every aspect. Technology, like having the patience to actually come, like having the patience to go and edit, having to be like, in the right, not even the right mindset, but like being disciplined enough to like come and sit down and like actually film. Like it's a lot of work that goes into YouTube and like goes into like promoting yourself. And besides like even actually like the filming part, it's like how much bad things that you say to yourself. Because like now you're actually on camera, like you're seeing yourself like full force. I be watching my videos and I'm like, that is you? Like that's how you act? Like that's what you like? Okay. Like why are you like that? And just like judging myself. Like it's so hard not to judge yourself because you're staring at yourself like all the time. Like you always have something to say. Like you're your biggest critic. That's like my biggest fear is like I'm super shy being on YouTube, and I'm always thinking about what people are thinking when they watch my videos. Like I'm always like, oh, they probably think like I'm an idiot, or like they probably think I'm stupid, or I sound so dumb. There's just like so many fears, and it's just like especially like staring at yourself, hearing yourself, and just kind of like seeing like yourself on camera, especially if you're not used to seeing yourself on camera that much. It's a big transition. Like it just hits you like a brick. Like it really, really hits you like a brick, But yeah, like a lot of my fears is just me thinking about what people are thinking about me when I post my videos. And the truth of the matter is like, why the hell do I give a shit? Like I'm here to post my videos. Like whoever likes my videos, like likes my videos. I'm like, that's it. Like not everybody's gonna like what I have to put out. Not everybody's gonna like my personality, and not everybody's gonna vibe with my content. But there's gonna be people who do, and I feel like that's the stuff that I have to like keep telling myself and like stop just thinking about all the bad things, like all the fears like that I have of me thinking that I'm gonna look stupid or people are gonna make fun of me and just like all this stuff, So yeah, I think like I feel like that's I don't know, most people's fears when they start YouTube is like how they're gonna look and like how they look and how they're gonna be perceived. So yeah, that was like one of my biggest fears coming on YouTube was just like me pretty much like taking myself in and like me wondering like how people were gonna take me in. Still scared, if you're wondering. Still very, very scared. But I feel like it's getting better the more that I film. And the more that I film, maybe my personality is like coming out a little bit more. Am I wrong? Or can you guys kind of see it? I don't really know if this is a question. I think this is, but they said fit/clothing hauls. I'm obsessed with your style. So there's definitely going to be a clothing haul coming soon. just ordered some clothes, and yeah, I'm excited to like show you guys and just make my haul, because my Pretty Little Thing haul, that's like the most views that I've gotten on YouTube. Like from all my videos, like that is a video that got the most views. So it's obviously what people like. And like going forward, I'm trying to be more intentional with the stuff that I put out. So I think I'm going to start doing a lot more fashion hauls, and I'm going to try to start doing lookbooks. But yeah, thank you for saying that you like my style. What's your dream city to live in? I don't have a dream city to live in. Like I haven't come across it yet. Like I just have not been in a city where I'm like, yeah. Like, if I could live anywhere. How do you keep your skin looking so good? Two things. The grace of God and minding my business. I really feel like those are the two things. No, honestly, when it comes to my skin, I feel like a lot of people always ask me like how, like what my skincare routine is, and the truth is I don't really have like a set skincare routine. I kind of just try like products like here and there, and I feel like that's why I don't really mention them, because it's not like set in stone, you know? Like I don't have like, I feel like I haven't found like products that I know like completely like work for me. I just kind of like dibble and dabble into like different things, and I feel like I just, God blessed me to just have like kind of like nice skin by itself. But literally a couple years ago, my skin was not as nice as it was. Like my skin was like really dull. Like I feel like within the past couple years, my skin has like brightened up like so much. And I think it's just from actually being like conscious kind of on the products that I'm using to like put on my face, because I was really like a soap and go type of girl. Like I did not care what I was putting on my face, and I was wearing makeup like all the time. I was not letting like my skin breathe. My skin is like extremely dry, so anytime I see like hydrating or brightening, like I like I literally reach for those things like all the time. Like right now, like I know I've been trying out the Ole Henriksen. Like I have like the daily cleanser, I have their nightly toner, I have the vitamin C, and I have their gel cream. Like those are the products that I've been using like right now. Anything that is like literally hydrating, hyaluronic acid, like anything that has any of those, like I always like reach for. So yeah, once I actually like develop my skincare routine and know what my skincare routine is, I will definitely keep you guys in the loop. So I think that skincare question was the last question for the night. You guys, I'm so tired. I actually really enjoyed doing that video. Thank you guys so much for asking your questions. Like the fact that you guys were honestly engaged, you don't even know how much that means to me. Especially my friends that went out of their way to like truly participate in this. Thank you guys so much. I freaking love you guys. You guys are the best. So supportive. But yeah, that wraps up our video. I hope I answered all your guys' questions good enough. I felt like I went on a couple like rants, but hopefully they were like helpful rants for like the questions. But yeah, if you guys aren't already following me on Instagram, go ahead and follow me on Instagram so you guys can engage anytime that I do, you know, like questions like this, that you guys can go ahead and like ask your questions. If you guys are not already subscribed, you already know I pretty much gave you a whole spiel in the beginning of the video. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Click. Now I feel like a YouTuber. Click that post. What is it? Post notification bell. Go ahead and thumbs up this video. Go ahead and share me. You guys, thank you so much for helping me reach 200 subscribers. You guys are freaking awesome. So now our next freaking goal is 300. So hopefully, well, depending on how much I'm consistent to throughout September, hopefully we can reach 300 by October. Thank you guys so much for staying tuned. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.